What up, what up, what up, what up?
What's happening?
You already know what it is. The inaugural.
Yes.
The beginning. The first episode.
The first.
Straight Off the Block podcast. You already know, man. It's your big homie Dusei Da Great.
Crystal influence.
You know what I'm saying? We decided to do this podcast, you know what I'm saying? Because we like to talk.
We do.
And we like to debate.
We do.
And we like to talk about other stuff. So we figured, hey, why not?
And give them some heat straight off the block, you
You
know?
feel me? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You can follow the brand on social media, Straight Off the Block. That's with an 8, STR8, DA. Block.
Y'all know how to spell it.
Yeah, come on now. What's going on? What you got going on, Influence?
What's up, man? You know
what? This is the beginning, so we got to let people know who we are. So I'm gonna let you go, ladies, first. Let people know out there who you are.
What's up? I'm Crystal Influence. I'm an event curator here in Atlanta.
Okay.
I do a lot of events with my boy right here, Dusei Da motherfucking Great. And we like to get shit popping.
Okay.
So we have the Fuck Your Couch series where we jump on couches and we party like we used to do back in the day, like house parties. We got hip hop trivia where we test your knowledge on all the hip hop greats, old and new.
Award-winning hip hop trivia ATL.
4 years in a row, best trivia night in Atlanta.
Come on, man.
No one else doing it like we do. Shout out to Brandon and Maurice.
What up?
And I also am affiliated with the Groove, best R&B party in Atlanta.
I think that's the best party in Atlanta, period.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts, because everybody's dancing. We got the 4 DJs. We got the good vibes. Always a great time. Always people there. Everyone is singing on one accord. It's just a vibe.
I love it, man.
Total vibe.
Every month.
Flavor as well.
Yeah.
Flavor is
best
hit.
Throwback hip hop and R&B party in the city.
Facts. Mondays at JR Crickets, Camp Creek. We just keep it moving. We keep it popping and we just do events. And that's how it goes.
You're like the experience curator, like
okay,
like you just don't throw events.
Nah, details.
You throw experience. You pay attention to details. And
details.
I like that.
Yeah, that's my niche.
I like that.
That's my niche.
You got a lot going on out here in the city of Atlanta, man. But you know me. Well, if you don't, my name is Dusei Da Great. I'm a DJ.
There we go.
Hit him with the
there
gat.
we go.
Pull out the gat. You know what I'm saying? I'm a DJ. I'm a host for Spriteways podcast. No, Sprite's podcast called Spriteway.
That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. I'll just be everywhere trying to do stuff.
First
whatever.
of all,
I DJ your weddings.
I was about to say. No, this humble guy.
Yeah, I DJ your weddings, your bar mitzvahs,
everywhere,
your kids' parties,
exactly.
Your hottest lounges, or clubs,
basketball games.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
I seen. I ain't gonna put the cat out the bag, but I seen you got some corporate events going on. I seen you at the Falcons game one time. Like, come on.
Shout out to the ATL cast. That's the group that's officially sponsored by the Atlanta Falcons.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? So they got me on out there every home game.
Perfect.
And they took me on the road this season too. So
if no one says
I appreciate that.
No one says it. We are Albany State graduates, and I will say that you are the official. It's old ASU in our minds, but I will say the young alumni official DJ. That's what I will say. You are the official DJ because you do have a way of bringing back all age groups. So even though we're considered old ASU, I know it's some younger ASU alumni who still are like supporting you and rocking with you, and I'll say that for Albany State.
I be trying, man. They keep me going.
Yeah,
they keep me going. I can't do it without them. So.
Now that's out the way.
You feel me?
What's our first episode, Dusei?
You know what I'm saying? It's been a good battle for maybe close to 10, 11, 12 years on who's the best rapper alive.
Yeah. And it changes all the time.
Yeah, everybody has their own cup of tea when it comes to that.
Right.
But Crystal Influence, she has her favorite rapper who she thinks is the best rapper alive, which is Jay-Z, Sean
Hovi
Carter.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying? And then with me, I think that, the best rapper alive is the GO.A.T, Weezy F Baby.
We both agree that there's a Carter that needs to take the crown.
I think so, and I already know that Carter has taken the throne. And you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of arguing about it, so we just gonna put it to rest.
But does he realize that? Because he doesn't say that. He
I mean, he's humble. He's humble.
Okay.
He's humble. Okay. So that's why he will say that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I never heard a king say you could just have my crown. But I mean, yeah. Being humble is nice.
But the king gave him the crown. Like, hey, here, it belongs to you.
Okay. I'm gonna.
We can go there if we want to. So if you seeing this or hearing this, whatever social media platform you got, leave a comment. Whoever you think your favorite rapper is the best rapper alive. You know what I'm saying? Some people might say Nas. Some people might say Rakim. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And I do want to mention, because we both we take this very personally, because we both, they've influenced us in different ways. Mm-hmm. But I will say, for us to even compare the two to each other, we both appreciate both of their talents. Pretty much, yeah. It's no hate. It's just, saying why we feel like we riding with one over the other. And so I just want to put that out there, that we both respect both of their crafts, mm-hmm. and acknowledge that they're both greats.
Of course.
But Jay-Z's better. There we go.
Prove it. I'm gonna let you go. Why do you think Jay is the best rapper alive?
One, the longevity. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even gonna speak on Lil Wayne. I'm gonna let you do your rebuttals. Mm-hmm. So the longevity of Jay-Z, man, he was rapping before he was 26, but really he got his claim to fame when he was 26 years old. That man is 50 years old now, still relevant, still popping, has the longevity, and still can capture audiences. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say Jay-Z has the longevity, I mean the relevant and the consistent longevity. He has grown over the years, and he hasn't had to change himself. So when he was selling drugs, that's what he talked about. Now he's married, that's what he talks about. He doesn't have to go back and talk about things that don't impact him right now. And I think that's one of the things that I really relate as far as him, because it's like, yeah, I used to do a little bullshit, but now I'm grown. Now I want to learn about other things. I want to add value to myself. And so when I listen to music, especially hip hop, because I really enjoy hip hop, I feel like it's a message. I feel like it was created that way initially. And I think that now that, new artists are coming out, it's more so like for fun and things like that. And yeah, music is fun, but originally I feel like us as a culture, Black people, we wanted to relay a message. We wanted to get out our emotions and the things that we were going through, and let others know like what it is, what the movement was that we're a part of. And so I feel like Jay-Z does that. And another thing, I feel like his style, like his bars are heavy. He does double entendre, triple entendres. He does multi-syllable words. He rhymes with things. It's not, cake and bake. You know what I'm saying? He does multi-syllable rhymes. And I think that's something that not all rappers can do. Some people are just, really, really surface level. And on that surface level, I also want to say that he talks about things that are deeper. With Jay-Z, with me, there's things that he raps about that I have to look up, or I heard when I was, 20 or 15, and now that I'm 30, I'm like, oh, I learned about that. I know what he's talking about now, or I had to look it up and I had to understand what it meant. And for that really, like, if I could really listen to your music and really have to grow with it and understand and have to learn from it, that's something for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. He's able to relay stuff in such a hidden way, but it's like right there for you. Like he lay it out for you. And I just feel like he collaborates with other geniuses. Supreme, he started out with him. Premier, he started out with him. And then Pharrell.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Not bad.
Those guys are geniuses. Like even Kanye West, I feel like he's just teamed up with some of the greats, and he's put them in a way that we're able to appreciate their art too. So those are some of the reasons why I feel like I have some more reasons, but I'll start out with those.
I think they'll come out later on as we speak.
Yeah.
And you can step in and.
You gave me the floor. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay.
Respect.
Lil Wayne. Dwayne Carter Jr. He's the GOAT. Simply because of impact.
Okay.
When I say impact, I mean impact on the game. You do know he single-handedly changed hip hop, right?
Explain.
As far as delivery, as far as bars, everybody wants to do a punchline now when they rap. Because of who?
Lil Wayne is punchline.
Okay, work ethic. Not saying that these other rappers don't have the same work ethic like Wayne, but I mean they don't. Because just look at his work from 2003 all the way to 2009. He's done more work than probably any rapper would do in their whole career.
Okay.
Within a 6-year span.
That's your argument? Because I'm ready.
I mean, there's nothing else to say. I mean, look,
Okay.
Everybody wanted to be like him. Everybody wanted to do bars like him. Everybody wanted to feature with him. Everybody just wanted to be Wayne.
Yeah.
In Wayne's impact has merged on into another generation.
Fair.
I don't see everybody trying to be like Jay.
You will say okay. So let me speak on some of the things that you were speaking on. Mm-hmm. So the work ethic, that's subjective. I believe Wayne does have work ethic because he basically, like you said, he released out mixtapes continuously. However, I feel like when we're comparing him to either Jay-Z or other rappers, because there are other rappers that are talented like Wayne, I feel like the work ethic is different because they are actually working on productions and they're working on really big albums to the point where it's not like, oh, I'm not releasing something every week or every year, but you see the type of production that I have when I lay it out for you. So like when we speak of someone like Jay-Z, we know, like, let's just say Watch the Throne. We know that they went somewhere and they were in a house and they stayed there for months and they got different collaborators. They got art actors, they got producers, they got all types of people, and they secluded themselves. And so they worked on that continuously. And some stuff like that you're working on, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't drop it next year that you don't have the work ethic. But those people really chimed in and focused to the point that they're not only working on an album, they're working on a tour. They're working on video. They're working on footage. They came out with music videos. Like, they worked on a whole production. So with Lil Wayne, yes, to the common eye, it looks like, oh, he's just dropping stuff, so he's got really strong work ethic. But on the opposite end, Jay-Z also has that strong work ethic because every time he drops an album, it is something way bigger than just an album, to the point that he has that thing that you were speaking about, that impact. To the point like Magna Carta, he impacted the NBA game. He released that commercial. He impacted electronics. He had it with Samsung. He had like the lyrics come out, and he worked with different artists. You didn't even know like who the artist is that he was working with. The producers, he released it. It was Pharrell and Rick Rubin and then Rick Ross. So I feel like when it comes to impact, yeah, Lil Wayne has it, and yeah, people want to be like Lil Wayne. But I feel like the ultimate goal is like, I want to get some money and I want to like reach audiences to the point that Jay-Z is reaching. So I think, yeah, people may not want to be Jay-Z because, quote unquote, he may not be cool. He the old lame guy. But when it comes to finances, people recognize, and when it comes to production and Grammys and films and working with some real heavy hitters and brands and corporations, and I feel like folks is really like, yeah, I want to be like Jay-Z.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Jay is geared towards that arena. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no doubt in that. But let's talk about the replay value though.
Now, see,
I
think that's also subjective.
You playing the Carter 3 or you playing Magna Carta?
I'm playing
the
Magna
masses,
Carta. But you know, that's
masses,
me.
The masses of people.
Well, I don't know.
Are you playing Dedication 2?
I can't answer that for you.
Or are you playing Watch the Throne?
Because another layer of it is, I can't answer that question only because I realize, and I feel like this is in all music, and I know we talking about Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, but in all music, I realized the stuff that hit me when I was young And now that I'm older, like, it don't hit me the same. Or it's like, dang, I really like that. Like, sometimes even old Atlanta music, I'm like, in college, that shit, it was rocking. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I don't really listen to it in the car. But if I go to a club or something, yeah, play that shit. And so I feel like when it comes to that replay value, it's very subjective. It's hard to really, like, it's hard to measure because in this moment in life, when you heard the Carter 3, you were at a certain place in your life. And so for you, you want to hear it again. And for me, Magna Carta, I was a place in my life. So I want to hear it again. But in real life, it's like, that's personal. Like, when it comes to numbers and it's just over time you can really see. And I feel like over time, if we looking at facts and we looking at people that sometimes we don't really want to, like, you know, recognize, like Billboard and stuff like that, when it comes to those people, yeah, Magna Carta does have replay value. And so does the Carter, but I mean the Carter 3. But for me, yes, I will play that. But for other people, yeah, they may not. That may not be their, you know, their shit. But yes, it has replay value for me, and I feel like I'm always gonna say that because I'm a Jay-Z fan. So that's hard to measure.
But the masses, though.
The masses of who?
Masses.
Where they from?
We need to take a poll on that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, that's what I mean. Like, we gotta see because.
The masses.
And I will say.
So if y'all watching this or listening to this, whatever social media platform we on, just go ahead and leave a comment. Which one you listening to?
Which one you listening to, and not which one you liked when it came out though. You got to put that in there. You got to put that in there.
Go ahead and do that.
Because man, that I wouldn't even say well, if they came out during the same time, cool. But honestly, my replay, I'm listening to Reasonable Doubt no matter what day of the week it is. I'm listening to 444 no matter what day of the week it is. And those are my two favorite. Like, I like Watch the Throne. And, you know, the rest kind of like, it's like I like stuff here and there. Like, I like these particular songs. I like these, like, all the albums to me, I could sit down and listen to. But, like, those are the ones that I find myself listening to all the time. And that's personally for me. I think Reasonable Doubt is, like, the best album he's ever made. And that's the first one. But I find myself listening to that all the time. And that's just me. But in reality, some people say that, you know, the Black Album and all these other albums were the ones with the true replay. But for me, I'm like Reasonable Doubt.
Blueprint 3.
And see, you like Blueprint 3, and I'm like, man, what? Like,
listen, y'all
it was
stop
hard.
On the Blueprint 3,
nah,
man.
It was hard. I like all Jay-Z's albums. I'm not even gonna lie to you, except for Best of Both Worlds. But I don't think Blueprint 3.
Hey, man, y'all gonna start hating on Blueprint 3, man.
I ain't hating on it. I liked it. I liked it. And I like Lil Wayne. So I'll say I like Lil Wayne. He's not in my top 5. Sorry, guys. But I definitely like Lil Wayne. He's not in my top 5, man. And I think it's because it's just how you grow up. It's just how you grow up and what you do. What reason do you have listening to hip hop? Like, what reason? Like, for myself, my reasonings for listening to hip-hop are different from other people. Some people listen to hip-hop because they like the way it makes them feel. Some people like the bounce. Some people like the beats. Some people like the production. I like the words. I like the message. That's why I listen to hip-hop. So, like, I'm always pick, like, some Tribe Called Quest or some Jay-Z or some... I like storytellers, so I love Biggie. Like, so that's always going to be me. I didn't grow up in the South, so, like, I didn't hear those Southern rappers the same way that people, you know, from Atlanta hear them. Like, I grew up in Chicago and Orlando. In Orlando, we don't have no culture, like, besides, you know, Trick Daddy and them from Miami.
Top 5.
My top 5 is Biggie, Jay-Z. This is not in order. Biggie, Jay-Z, Ice Cube, Lupe Fiasco. And I change my shit all the time, by the way. I change my artists all the time.
Lupe.
And Tupac.
Okay.
But I change my list all the time. But if I had, like, you know, like, honorable mentions, it's kind of early in the game, but I don't feel like he's gonna steer me wrong. I love Kendrick Lamar. I know
Kendrick's not gonna steer you wrong.
I know it's not very, like, popular, but I love Rick Ross. I think I think he's got it. I love Method Man. Crazy about he got the crazy bars. And I would put Lil Wayne in there. And I don't know, J. Cole. I'll do J. Cole as an honorable.
Wayne is honorable mention?
Yeah, for me. For me.
Foolishness.
Man, because, man, this last album.
I mean, okay. The last album, might not have been the best, but you do have to admit, for a guy that's been in the game for 20 years,
your goal should be to put out the best.
Yeah, but
for a guy being in the game for 20 years, your goal should be to put out the best.
But if you're actually listening to, just listening to him,
yeah,
the way that he's still spitting,
yeah. He got the flow.
Most new artists can't even flow like that.
Nah, absolutely not.
For a verse.
But the requirements aren't the same for new artists. They're just trying to make some money and put some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like the requirements. Me, when I critique Wayne, is more so not like I don't fuck with him, so I'm trying to be hard on him. It's just like, man, yeah, you been in the game, you know better. Like, stop trying to cater. I mean, get your money. But at the end of the day, stop trying to cater to those people when you know, like, you got talents. Don't have me as a listener critiquing your talents when I know, like, because I know you can do better.
So you don't think it's smart to cater to a new generation that's going to spend money on you too? Just think about it. Just think about it.
I got you. I got the answer already.
If Wayne threw a concert,
I'm gonna
guess
be honest.
what? You gonna have people my age, and you gonna have people that's 18, 19 still pulling up for a Wayne concert.
I ain't trying to cut nobody, but for the questions you just asked me, and for what you said Wayne is doing, which is impacting, I would want him to use his power as a older black man to impact them in a positive way, and that's just me. I don't think you have to impact them by dumbing yourself down, by talking about shit that's killing them, like the drugs. I think your impact should be tell them, oh dang, this is what I went through. This is how I fucked up. Rap about how baby fucked you over.
Like, he don't want to rap about that. That's why that's why you don't hear him talk about that all the time.
That's why I can't relate to him. I'm not saying throw shade. I'm saying rap about your hard times. Rap about your success. Rap about your come up. Tell us something. Don't sit here and just pick two words, repeat them over and over again, and impact me because
the next generation don't want to hear that.
Well then, I mean okay, that's fine that they don't want to hear that. Do you live your life like that? Oh, they don't want to hear this positive stuff, so I'm just gonna give them what they don't need to kill them. I'm not saying Lil Wayne trying to kill these folks, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, they don't want to hear that, but you're trying to, like, fit in with them. Like, show them what's better. Gucci Mane is doing it. Gucci Mane has changed his life. I'm not gonna say that man got bars and all this other stuff, but he ain't talking about that. He like, yeah, that shit is not cool. Like, and that's what you're supposed to do. You don't have to keep up with them. Like, they'll see later, and that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. I know you giving me these faces, but I don't think you have to, like, be what they are just because you want to make money.
Ain't nobody listening to that though. Like you said, Gucci, my man, 10 grand. but the new stuff.
All right.
The new, you see the out of the new stuff, what's popping.
Well, let me not pull out other names. Even though they're not listening to Jay-Z, if you say they're not listening to Jay-Z, cool. But Jay-Z is still relevant. If they're not listening to them, that's fine. They will listen to them. They're gonna grow up one day. They're going to appreciate them. Nobody was like, oh, they're not listening to A Tribe Called Quest. Like, people will basically get their appreciation in the later years. And if it's not what they want to hear right now, then they need to go to where that is being delivered. But I don't feel like you have to stoop down to them. I don't feel that way. And it's okay to be for a particular audience. You don't have to go back and forth. You can stay within your target audience. let them come to you. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with people coming to you? That's the power of impact. Being yourself and letting people come to you. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Okay, you can do that, but ain't nobody gonna come though.
Well, that's fear. That
ain't no fear. That's
fear.
Is okay.
Kendrick Lamar not making music like
because
J. Cole not making music like these young cats ain't gonna fuck with me, so I'm not gonna talk about what they like. You know. All right, go ahead.
Now,
go ahead.
Cole is dope. Cole did have to reach down.
What song was that?
London.
That's a track.
That's not a. That's like when I
but
first
you
when
can't
I first
say
when
his
I first
whole catalog is like
no.
Like
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying though. But for people to really grab Cole and like appreciate him, he had to go down there.
I don't feel like he went down there.
No, I'm not saying down there.
I think he did a song with newer artists, which is cool, and I feel like he still did it in his own way.
Yeah, but
I feel like as a whole, we don't look at Cole as a London. Like we know he was on the track. We know he can do a record. Like that song he did with the Baby. Like we know he's capable of collaborating with other artists, but we don't generalize him and say that's how he raps. We look at him. Yeah, but
if he didn't do that, he would just been like that. Like just
I don't think
so.
No,
not like static. Just like
I don't think so.
Like bro.
I think he still is
pop with it. Like I mean, not saying come straight out of your character, but just like, hey, we know you can rip. You know you can rip some shit that niggas gonna fuck with, like London, like goddamn a lot, shit like that.
But I still feel like he still was himself in those songs. In my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean the element, you know what I mean, the element,
yeah, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z
at all, but
back to Jay, he
had to reach that audience like Wayne is still doing.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe that's just who Wayne is, and I just don't understand. Maybe that's it, and that's my fault as a listener. I just don't. I feel like he could be bigger. I feel like Wayne could be bigger. And
what?
Yeah.
Interview over.
I think he could be bigger. What's wrong with that?
Wayne could be bigger? What you mean?
Yes.
The man is multicultural.
You just said he put out an album just to make money. Like, you got to put out albums because you trying to, like, really do something. You said he didn't have, like, put out a real project.
He did. Y'all wasn't checking for it. I keep telling everybody, bruh, listen to Carter 5.
All right.
Listen to Carter 5.
Maybe he
I keep telling everybody that listen to Carter 5. The growth is there. Y'all just, oh man, Wayne ain't talking about shit anyway. So y'all didn't even give it no listen. Bruh talked about
I listened to that
bruh talked about his failed relationships. He talked about his addiction. He talked about goddamn the time he got shot and how he was feeling when he got shot.
You feel like that the
young.
last album they didn't check for, but this one's doing better?
Huh? I haven't seen the numbers.
Okay.
I haven't seen the numbers for Funeral yet, but I'm just saying.
People like this one more than the 5 is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but these are still the reasons why I think Jay is better. And that's is personal for me. Because that's what I want to hear in rap. I just really don't, at my age, I don't really care for like surface level music unless I'm out, unless I'm partying. Like when I'm riding in my car and when like I'm really trying to think and do work on my laptop, I want to hear some shit that make me feel like a fucking boss. I feel like Rick Ross make me feel that way. I feel like Jay-Z make me feel that way. And I also feel like you should have versatility to the point that you can put out a club album. And I'll give you that. Jay-Z, he don't really have those like club hits. I mean, people still playing public service announcement to get you hyped when you hear Jay-Z in the club. I'll give you that. But that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to feel like that all the time. I don't need to feel turned up all the time. So that for me, in all fairness, my critique is more so based off of my view of what makes a rapper great. So what are some of the things y'all feel like makes a rapper great? Because some people feel like it's...
My critique is based off of impact.
Okay. And I feel like Jay-Z...
My dog did bring your boy out of retirement.
All right. I mean, that's fine.
And that's a fact.
That's fine. But I mean, I feel like Jay-Z's impact is understandable. Like is undeniable.
It is. But I think Wayne's impact is bigger though.
All right. Well, case closed. I guess we don't have no answer except for my answer. Jay-Z, greatest rapper alive.
Y'all just go play Dedication 2.
Oh, okay. Okay. Start off at Reasonable Doubt and just work your way. If it don't hit you, then you missed it.
Play all 6 dedications. Play all 8 Squad Up albums. Mixtapes. You still my dog, you
though.
You can do all the droughts.
You still my dog.
You can do Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Named after Jay-Z. Sean Carter.
Nah, Dwayne Carter. Come on, stop playing.
Nah, but yo, it's Crystal Influence.
It's your big homie Dusei Da Great.
Straight off the block.
First one.